Hughes Stadium. For the past 9 years, I've covered games here. And for the 39 years before that, you probably sat right here in these stands. What first opened its gates on September 28, 1968, play its final kickoff on Saturday, November 19th, 2016. Next season, Colorado State will move 3 miles to the east, back to campus to the new $220 million Sonny Lubick Field. But this place holds a special spot in all of our hearts, and I've done my best to try and preserve that in a 360-degree virtual reality experience. So come with me and enjoy Hughes Stadium on game days as you listen to the stories of CSU legends.
Joel Dreessen, CSU tight end, 2000 to 2004. To a 17-year-old kid who played high school football in eastern Colorado, Hughes Stadium had all the appeal it needed. A capacity for far more people than I had ever played in front of, located at the base of a mountain with a huge shiny white A that I would help paint, a soggy grass field that always left one's uniform looking like he had just competed in a Tough Mudder race, a rowdy student section, tradition, history, a newfound culture of winning based on the foundation of grit and hard work, not privilege or entitlement, and a head coach who everyone respected roaming the sideline. I played 9 years in the NFL and had the honor of playing in the newest and most extravagant stadiums ever built. Jerry's World in Dallas, MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, to name a few. I have never been one to appreciate the superficial or things that are all for show. I will always choose practical and functional before glitz and glamour. I suppose that is why Sonny Lubick Field at Hughes Stadium and I got along so well.
I always enjoyed going out there. I think about taking the bus ride up there, and I always remember as the team would come off the field, we'd go to the locker room and do what we had to do to get ready. I remember the pregame, the meetings, and every coach is kind of superstitious, every player. My superstitions was I'd always go out to check the field, make sure the numbers were there on the yard lines, and I'd always count out the steps between the sidelines to make sure the field was set up right. Another thing was very satisfying and very gratifying is that every victory we'd sing the fight song together in the locker room. Just to look around and see all those players around, some in bare chests, some in t-shirts, others still wearing all their equipment, gathered around to sing. That was a big deal. We'd only sing the fight song after a win. We didn't do it after a loss. It's funny how little things like that motivate us. You'd hear kids during the game, we've got to win this one so we can sing the fight song afterwards. The game that I remember the most is when we defeated Utah there in 2005. They drove the ball right down our throats, all the way down to about the 1 yard line. They were going to punch it in and go home, and we stopped them. I think it was Jesse Nady who made that tackle of Utah's Quentin Ganther on 4th down to win the game for us. I remember coming into the locker room and the whole offensive team, their lockers were always on one side and the defensive lockers were on the other. And the offense was in there yelling, defense, 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 because the defense had held them at the end of the game. I could see tears and sparkles in their eyes. They were all so happy. It just brought home to me the closeness of the team. Defense, defense. It made your heart feel good anytime you see your team so happy like that. We had a lot of great, heartwarming moments there, as well as some heartbreaking unhappiness as well. Losing some of them too in the last seconds by a point or two. I think that's what I miss most in coaching. Being around the players and the coaches, and a lot of that took place at Hughes Stadium.